Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen Nelson, aka the Designer in Jeans. So today we are on episode 5 of our blind design challenge, and I chose everything already off camera. You can tell I did not cheat because I got another hard one, but this is Sherwin-Williams Ryegrass. I will be doing the kitchen and it will be in coastal. So a completely different design idea this time, and I'm here for it. And I am going to add one more piece to the puzzle, and that is we're going to find everything on Wayfair. All right, so let's see what Sherwin-Williams has to say about their color. They say that ryegrass is a medium light, earthy yellow green with a warm natural quality. It's inspired by nature-driven greenery, and the color brings an organic, muted warmth without being overly bright or vivid. So I think this is going to work great for coastal. So let's get in here and see what we can create. Okay, one of the things I wanted to discuss was I first decided that I wanted to do a silver just to kind of change things up because we've been doing so much gold. But then when you look at it with this light wood, you see that the gold pulls so much better. So this is making me go from the silver to the gold. A lot of this is like the design is about repetition, and when you stay in the same kind of hue for your fixtures and things like that, it really makes it cohesive. So you see how that is more jarring, and then that is more of like a smooth transition. This is the look that I would go with. All right, I am looking for another way to pull in this light. So I'm again, of course, at Wayfair. And I'm kind of just holding this up. It's so much better when you put it on the board. But my idea was, look at that. That one's a pretty good one. What if we got some pendants to hang over the island that gave us our color? So let's put this on the board and see what we like. All right, this one is a Gray's touchless pull down kitchen sink faucet. Look how beautiful that is. Definitely pricey. It is a Kohler though, but beautiful. This one's making it just because we have no budget. So let's go for it. It's reveal time. Okay, so this again is a coastal kitchen in ryegrass from Sherwin-Williams. That is what our design plan was today. So we are going to go ahead and go through this. Everything here is from Wayfair. There's a couple exceptions here and I'll explain why, but everything was selected from Wayfair. Okay, so starting off, this is our ryegrass green. I selected a Sherwin-Williams creamy versus the stark white we normally use just to kind of soften the palette. I thought that looked really good with the woods we chose to do in this one. This is just an inspiration photo from a blog that I found on the internet from Julie Blanner. But these kitchen cabinets are actually painted in this Sherwin-Williams creamy. So that is what I'm using this for. She did a lovely design here. I would like the top of this to actually have some glass fronts, not all the way down, but just up towards the ceiling. And I'll insert a photo of what I'm talking about there. And we'd have a different backsplash. I do like the gold hardware and I do love the windows. So just look at this for inspiration for the creamy. All right, so this painting I found, and I went with the gold framing, of course, to tie in the gold hardware that we selected as well. But this frame would be what I wanted it to be used for, was to make it a layering piece. Like if you look here, I don't think you can see very well, but they used a plate right here, and they stand it up and it's a layering thing. People do it with cutting boards. I also like to add art. I think it's such a great way to pull a color in or just make your eye be drawn to that area. If you can imagine this piece leaned up against here underneath the cabinets and on top of the countertop, just leaned to where this would be layered in front of it, and maybe your salt and pepper shakers, and it would just draw your eye over there. This one is not the exact size we would need. I think the standard is around 18 inches from your countertop to the bottom of your cabinetry. So you would need to find a size smaller than that, maybe like a a 12 by 12 or something like that. But I did link some actual pieces that would fit there, but this would also be used. I thought it was beautiful anywhere in your kitchen, so on any kind of wall. But I thought this was gorgeous. It pulls in that green so beautifully, and it of course gives a coastal look to it here with the water. It looks like a watercolor scene, but very beautifully done. The next thing I wanted to do was add bar stools. So these to me scream coastal. I love the light woods, and the top here is woven as well. So some nautical ties there, but it's very classy. It's not like in your face. Coastal's not a very in your face design. In the lighter tones and in the woods, that's how you create the coastal look. So I wanted 2 or 3 of these depending on how long our island is. And then also I selected these. So these are pendants that I envision you would have, again, 2 or 3 depending on the length of your island. And this would hang over that to give us some more of that green here. I thought these were really good. And it also gives a coastal vibe. This is not sea glass, this is regular glass, but it just gives you that airy yet colorful piece that we all know of with the sea glass. So I would add those above the bar, and then this is what I envision like the countertop being, as well as like rolling up onto the backsplash. So you could have it continual, or you could do obviously a slab of this as your countertop, and then make your backsplash like a subway tile that blended out with this. It just needs to be very calm. Again, this I believe it's either a 12 by 24 or 12 by 12. This does not work. You would need an actual slab on your countertops, and I would say a subway tile above it, or just run that slab all the way up. But this is the color inspiration that I have. And this flooring, like I had said, this is actually a hardwood flooring. All of this is from Wayfair, but this hardwood flooring usually isn't okay in a kitchen. You have to get something that will work if water gets spilt on it, that kind of thing. So something to talk to your installers and the tile and countertop store and flooring store that you go to. But this is in like a white oak, which I think would look beautiful with this kind of cabinetry, and then this green. And of course, I love it with what I'm saying is the countertop backsplash. This one is just fun. It's a KitchenAid. What a fun way. They have so many colors to pull in. Anything you want. The KitchenAids have a ton of colors. So I pulled this one. I thought this was a really fun, like yellow-green color that you could have on your counter to, again, just kind of draw attention over there. And then I found this, which gives you like wave vibes, as well as the texture. This is like a Cecil rug. So it gives you the texture, as well as this is a little bit of cream here as well, which will pull in these colors perfectly. And it gives you, again, the waves to give the coastal vibe. And then I found these amazing green plates as well on Wayfair, and they have, again, that wave texture here, and just such a pretty play. I know that not all these greens match perfectly, but they will really pop and blend together, making it a very layered look, which I think is going to look fantastic. And lastly, I'm loving this gold. This one I believe was from Kohler, and it is just so sleek and beautiful. I could see that above your kitchen, just giving you some clean, sleek lines. So that is today's design. So we did it again, and I am actually a fan of this color, having used it in the kitchen. Remember, you could incorporate this color also in the kitchen through your hand towels, through your like pot holders, even utensils. I mean, they have a lot of those like silicone utensils that have different colors. So there's fun little ways to add this color pop, salt and pepper shakers, anything like that. So lots of play on this. I hope you enjoyed our episode 5 with this color from Sherwin-Williams, as well as episode 1 through 4. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. It's a different color each time. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care. Bye.